Hello guys, welcome to the Shannon Show. So today's video is going to be a review of my channel. It's reached a year old. I'm going to be sharing with you my stats and also some tips for people who are just starting out their channel, who are thinking about starting their channel and in the process of. And this is going to be informed by what I've learnt from my year on YouTube. I should start off with where I expected my channel to be at this point. And I think there's nothing wrong with dreaming big. I definitely thought that I was just going to blow up and be this big YouTuber by now and be doing my LA apartment tour, but that's definitely not the case. I would have thought I would at least be monetized by now, but I'm not. Still a long way from hitting that mark. But yeah, I'm happy with what I have achieved in the year. I think it got real. I realised pretty fast that I'm not going to reach the goals that I aspired to, and it was pretty much more about small gains. So one top tip I would say first, if you're when starting out, is it's okay to think big, but also be realistic. And also I'd say work on a small gains basis rather than a big gain. These are my stats for the year. So over the year my overall channel has reached 17,370 views. That's how many views I've gotten over the year, which I think is quite a lot considering. In the beginning my views were very slow, but the past kind of like 6 months they've been picking up a lot. Like every 2 weeks I'll lap 1,000. So it's definitely picking up now, which I'm excited about. I'm on 139 subscribers. So yeah, if you want to help me get to 140 and beyond, subscribe to my channel. My watch time is, the analytics page doesn't do it in hours, it only does it in minutes. But my watch time is 32,975 minutes. So that is my watch time. And my highest viewed video and my highest liked video is my Playboy times Misguided haul / try on, and that has gotten 3,000 views. And my most disliked video and second most viewed video is my Aldi halloumi fries taste test. So the most dislikes I've gotten is 20, but the likes are 23, so it's like half and half. I don't know why people hate it so much, but okay. So yeah, that's pretty much my stats. I'd say starting out, like my first video, I managed to get like around 300 views for it because I was sharing it a lot and lots of people getting behind me. But my next videos was kind of like 100 views, and as time went on they started to get less and less, and then they start to pick up. I think that's usually how it goes, and I think for a lot of people who start their YouTube channels, usually when like I watched like a video like this, it was like, you know, top tips for beginners, and then I watched it and the person like got like 100,000 subscribers within a year, and I was thinking, well, okay, I can do that, but it's not necessarily realistic, and that's okay. So I'd say just be wary of that. If you start your channel and you're not getting the numbers that you want, just keep going with it, and eventually it does pick up. It does feel very slow, but eventually it will pick up. First top tip would obviously be starting a channel. I started off with an intro video. I was kind of in two minds whether I should just go straight into it with like a vlog or something, but I always wanted to do an intro video, and I think that is a good way to start it off, even if it's just a short thing, like if it's like, you know, get to know me tag or something like that, because I feel like it gives people who know you to rally around you. Usually lots of people are very supportive of your first video. That's probably going to be your most viewed video in the beginning until something else blows up or something else gains momentum. So I think that's a good way to start. I'd recommend a kind of get to know you video or introduction into your channel video. And also it kind of gets you used to being in front of the camera, like if you are doing it, you're probably going to be doing it in your own place or home. So that's probably good to practice being in front of the camera, because even when no one's home, it is a bit nerve-wracking being in front of a camera. And even now, sometimes I have to like prep myself for being in front of the camera. So whether you're really confident or you're in the middle or you're not comfortable, I'd say practice in front of a camera as much as you can. If this isn't the first video you've clicked on, you've probably heard the word consistency a lot. Consistency is really good. When I started doing more like staying on track of weekly, I forgot to say, so in total in a year I've uploaded 51 videos. So that is quite a lot of videos. That's almost pretty much an average of a video a week, but sometimes like I wouldn't upload them a week. So say like I'd upload a video like 2 weeks in a row, one a week, and then I'd have to do something and then I wouldn't upload anything, and then I'd just upload 2 the next week to kind of make up for it. And that's what I've kind of been doing it. Like in the last week I've probably uploaded like 5 videos to make up for the lost time that I haven't been uploading things. Another thing to think about is, why are you doing the videos? Do you want to be monetized, or is it just for fun? If you eventually do want to be monetized, if being a YouTuber is something that you wouldn't mind doing as an occupation, or something that you do want to do as an occupation, then you have to really think about the videos that you're putting out, because obviously there's so much competition on here, and most of the time people are going to things that are popular. But I wouldn't say sell out totally. Like I'd say still do it if you would be interested in that thing anyway. So for me, the things that I usually get the most views on are usually hauls and like restaurant reviews. I do like milkshake reviews and burger reviews, but I've noticed that just kind of straight restaurant reviews get more views than that. So I'll probably start doing more of those. Hauls are really good, like if Misguided or Pretty Little Thing are doing a collaboration with a popular-ish celebrity or a well-known celebrity or well-known person. Those usually get loads of views, like January sales hauls, anything with lots of clothes, whether you're a man or a woman or non-binary, however you identify. Hauls usually get lots of views. So especially if you're starting out as well, that would be a good thing to do. Another good thing, I haven't personally done it, but I've seen makeup. If there's a new makeup drop by somebody, that would be good to do. If you're into like film reviews, movie reviews, those are good to do, but you have to be fast about it. Often the first person who uploads gets, the majority of the views, or gets a big chunk of the views. Reaction videos, those are easy to do, those are quite popular. Again, it's just about being the first one to upload. Most of the time it's about being the first one to upload, whether there's like a new chocolate bar packet, a new chocolate bar flavour, a new ice cream flavour, something new at Starbucks. Believe it or not, those get a decent amount of views. So yeah, I'd say plan, make a calendar. If there's a new Netflix movie dropping, make a calendar. If there's a new series dropping, make a calendar, and make sure that you're the first one to upload. That is probably my main advice. I'd say that is more important than consistencies, following the trends, because if you are looking to get monetized, that's the way you're going to get monetized. And then once you're monetized, once you have built your following, a loyal following, that's when you can start to explore more with other things. I still do the stuff that doesn't get a lot of views anyway, because I like doing that, but I would prioritize things that I know would probably get more views than those. I still do them, but I would say prioritize things that are guaranteed to get you more views, and that will make monetization and building an audience much faster. Obviously, keeping up with the trends, if you want to build up an audience and build up Views is important, but also, as I stressed before, don't completely sell out. Like, there's been tons of hauls that I wanted to do, but because the person who they're collaborating with is somebody whose views I don't agree with, or things that they've done that I wouldn't really want my money being in their pockets, I haven't done. So my thing is, if you feel very strongly about something, I wouldn't say don't just follow it for a trend just because you know it's going to get views. I'd say, capitalism is a tricky game, but I'd say try and stay as true to yourself as you can. Another tip I'd say is promotion. Promotion is very important. Like I said, after my first video, kind of the views went down, and people who would share your first video are probably not going to share your second video or your third video on their stories. So really it's up to you to be your marketing team. I know a lot of people who have their own YouTube channels, and they could be bigger than they are, but they just simply don't promote their channels. It doesn't matter if it gets a bit annoying, post it on your story, post it on your Instagram page if you have to. I find that people, because of the new algorithm, the annoying Instagram algorithm, I get more views on my stories, so I always post it on my story, post it on Twitter, all of that. I don't have Facebook, but I probably should make one just to promote. But promote because people are very interested in seeing what other people have to do. So there's probably someone that's going to click on it, and every view literally counts. Another tip I'd say is believe in yourself. You have to be your biggest fan. You have to be, especially when you're just starting out. Because as I said, after the first video, you're probably not going to get as many views as the second one, and sometimes it can just feel like a never-ending journey until your views start going up. And in order for your views to go up, you have to put in the work, and most of the time it just feels like nobody's supporting you, or nobody's doing this, or you just feel like you should be getting more recognition and stuff like that, and you just need to persevere there and just remember that you are a fabulous human being, and just know that eventually everything all the hard work that you've put in will pay off. Also, along with that, there's obviously going to be a lot of negative people, or people who aren't as enthusiastic as you are about your channel. So I've had situations where people have been resistant to me vlogging, but I always just don't care. I'm just like, this is what I'm doing, this is what I do, this is important to me, so I'm not going to put my camera away just because you told me to. You don't want to be in my vlog? Fine, but I'm not going to put my camera away just because you feel embarrassed. And that is something you have to stick to. Another tip is obviously just ignore negative comments to the best of your ability, or try and put some spin on it to just make light of the situation. I haven't had that many negative people on my channel. They're very rare. But when I do have them, if I do reply to their comments, it's usually with comedy or sarcasm. And most of the time they're just very sad, bored, middle-aged people. And it's just almost funny, really. It's kind of up to you whether you want to delete the comments, whether you want to block the comments. Personally, I knew there was probably going to be negativity at some point. Like my first video, like within 24 hours, already had like 2 dislikes. Now I feel like I know who it was, or who they were, but it was expected, and I think that is something important. Most of the time it's just a few individuals, and the rest is all love, and the rest is all support. So just focus on the love and support, and don't really worry too much about the negative comments. If you are somebody who gets affected very easily by negative comments, I'd say I wouldn't recommend turning off comments, to be honest. I feel like the more interactive you are, the more chance your channel has to grow. But I definitely recommend, just if the negative comments are too much for you, just delete them and block the person. Just delete. I've only had to block one person. I personally don't mind leaving negative comments on my stuff, and I'll tell you why. It's because 1, I don't care, and 2, there is negative people in this world, and there's people that actually go through YouTube either looking for negative comments to like or negative comments to leave. And I don't care, you can do that because you're adding to my views and you're adding to my watch time. So as long as you're adding to that, I don't really care, because what you say doesn't really affect me anyway. And I know that you're bitter and unhappy, and after looking at some people's avis, like, I just don't know. People are always going to have something to say. So yeah, just ignore it like you ignore lectures from your parents. So, and another kind of top tip that I would say is it's okay if things on your channel are not perfect. I remember I used to just want to delete things because like I'd spot there was like an editing error or a sound error or just like all of these errors, and just leave it. Most of the time people don't notice or people don't care, and I feel like this idea of perfectionism and stuff like that can just wear you down and take the fun out of the process, because I actually enjoy filming and I enjoy editing. So I just feel like, you know, most of the time it's going to be fine. There's probably going to be that one video that you didn't edit properly, but I'd say just leave it up there because it's really not that deep if you made like a wrong cut. If someone points it out, someone points it out, but it's really just not that deep. And another tip that I'd have is backlog. So what I mean by backlog is that film every chance you get. Most of the time people don't have the privilege to just sit at home doing nothing or plan their whole day around YouTube when they're not getting paid for it. Most of the time people don't have that privilege. Most of the time people are at school like I am, I'm a student, or they're working full time or whatever. They have busy lives. Most of us have busy lives. So it's just about planning around that. So whenever I know I'm going to be really busy, on the times that I'm not busy, I'll film as much as I can, so then I'll have footage to use when I can't go out and film, or I can't go out, period. There's something for me to do. So I'd recommend that, and I'd recommend just, if you are somebody who wants to do vlogs, then just film every opportunity that you have. You know, just let people know, of course. Don't just whip out your camera. I always let people know. People still act shocked after I pull out my camera after I let them know. But I always let them know. And, you know, you never know. If it's not a good vlog, it's not a good vlog. If it's something that you could smash together with something else, smash together with something else. But I feel like try to film as much as you can. And try and, you know, plan ahead of things, ahead of time, and plan out the vlog as well, because that will make things easier to edit. Yeah, like I said in the beginning, just be realistic. Not everyone's going to blow up overnight. Not everyone's going to, you know, just wake up to a video that has thousands or millions of views, unfortunately. Yeah, and just persevere. Obviously, YouTube have changed the rules. It's much more difficult to make up those hours now. It's a lot of hours. Like I said, I've got 32,000 minutes and I need to get 240,000 minutes. So I'm still a long way away. But I'm hoping I will be monetized this year. But if I'm not, I'm not. And that's okay, I guess, until I get into the real world. Then it's just gonna get real. Don't be afraid to film anything. Be fun with it. Do your market research. Think about, and also, you know, once you've filmed some videos, see what's getting the most views, see what's getting the most attraction, and, you know, try and do more of those. So yeah, hopefully if you've got any questions, let me know. Oh yes, also another tip I would say is don't waste your money on all of these expensive film equipment when you're not even making any money off of YouTube yet. It's just not worth it, to be honest. You just need a simple camera. Like my camera was like second hand. It was like £100. My laptop that I edit on was second hand. I asked for the mic that I have, the Yeti mic that I have for Christmas, and the lights I have were really cheap. They're like £20 off eBay. So I'd say keep your budget to a minimum. Obviously, everyone wants their stuff to look good. But I'd say just limit the budget. Don't go overboard thinking if you have this massive, all of this expensive equipment and your videos look really nice, then your views are going to go up. It's not always like that, unless like you actually do like film work outside of it, then yeah, invest in it. But I'd say for everyone who's just doing just normal YouTube videos, I'd say don't go overboard on spending. And most of the time, you could even get away with an iPhone, to be honest. I wanted something a bit more pristine, so I got this Samsung camera, and all of the equipment that I use is in the bio. I probably am going to do some videos on my setup and just advice on like editing software and stuff like that. For those of you who are wondering, and even if you are regularly doing stuff, just backlog. So then at least you can take a break, It's like I don't really have to film because I have this footage. It's just so much easier, I think. Yeah. Hopefully that's helped you out. Yeah, I did wish I was monetized right now. I did wish I had over 1,000 subscribers, and I wish I was swimming in sponsorship money. But I'm very proud of myself that I did persevere despite that I managed to make and edit 51 videos. Yeah, and I'm really, not all of them are perfect, but there is some that are better than others, and there's some that I love better than others. And I do generally enjoy making and editing the videos that I put up. So yeah, just don't get caught up in comparison. Don't get caught up in what other people are doing. Just focus on your channel. Definitely, I'd say don't isolate yourself. Do try and reach out to other creators, and also, like I said, promote yourself in real life as well. I've got, quite a few of my subscribers just meeting people at job interviews or stuff like that, and they're like, oh yeah, I have a YouTube channel, you should subscribe, and there you go. So yeah, good luck on your channel, and goodbye.